Have you ever been surrounded by people and still felt completely alone? Have you ever opened your phone, checked your messages, looked at social media, watched other people's lives, and somehow felt that something was missing from your own? Maybe you've experienced this. You come home after a busy day, you close the door, the room becomes quiet, no friends, no notifications, no conversations, just you and your thoughts, and suddenly the silence feels uncomfortable. So what do? You pick up your phone, you open YouTube, you scroll, you watch another video, you send someone a message, you play music, anything, just to avoid being alone with your own mind. But here's the question. What if the silence isn't the problem? What if the silence is actually the solution? What if being alone isn't something you should fear, but something you should learn? Because there is a huge difference between being alone and being lonely. Being alone can give you peace. Being alone can help you think. Being alone can help you understand yourself. Being alone can make you emotionally stronger. Being alone can help you discover what you actually want from life. And sometimes, being alone is where your greatest personal growth begins. Welcome to the secret power of being alone. In this video, we're going to explore why people fear solitude, why silence feels uncomfortable, how to stop depending on other people's approval, how solitude helps you discover yourself, how being alone can improve your focus and creativity, how to deal with loneliness, how to build emotional independence, how to use alone time practically, and finally, how to turn solitude into one of the strongest tools for personal growth. So, put your phone down for a moment, take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin. Part 1. Being alone is not being lonely. The first lesson is simple, but extremely important. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Imagine you are sitting alone in a beautiful park. There are trees around you. Birds are singing. The wind is moving through the leaves. The sky is clear. Nobody is talking to you, but you feel peaceful. That is solitude. Now imagine something different. You are sitting in a crowded room. There are 50 people around you. Everyone is laughing. Everyone is talking, but you feel that nobody understands you. You feel disconnected. You feel invisible. That is loneliness. So remember, you can be alone and still be happy, and you can be surrounded by people and still be lonely. This changes the way we think about solitude. The goal isn't to avoid people. The goal is to become comfortable with yourself. Because if you cannot enjoy your own company, you may spend your entire life desperately looking for someone else to make you feel complete. And that is dangerous, because people change. People leave. Relationships change. Friends become busy. Circumstances change. But one person remains with you throughout your entire life. You. So learning to have a healthy relationship with yourself is one of the most valuable things you can do. Part 2. Why are we afraid of silence? Now, let's ask an important question. Why do so many people feel uncomfortable when they're alone? Why do we immediately reach for our phones? Why do we need music? Why do we need entertainment? Why do we need constant conversation? Because silence removes distractions. During the day, your mind is constantly occupied. Work, school, friends, family, messages, videos, news, music, social media. But when everything becomes quiet, your thoughts become louder. You suddenly remember things, a mistake you made, something someone said, a decision you're unsure about, a dream you've ignored, a relationship that ended, a goal you haven't pursued, and sometimes that is uncomfortable. But here's the important point. Solitude doesn't create those thoughts. They were already there. Solitude simply gives you the opportunity to see them. Think about your room. Imagine your room is messy. You turn off the lights. The room looks clean, but the mess is still there. The darkness didn't clean the room. It only hid it. Distraction works the same way. Entertainment can hide your thoughts, but silence allows you to see them. And once you see them, you can finally work on them. Part 3. The phone that never stops. Let's imagine a young man named Daniel. Daniel wakes up at 7 a.m. Before he even gets out of bed, he checks his phone. One notification, then another, then social media, then short videos. 20 minutes disappear. Daniel gets ready for school or work. During breakfast, phone. During travel, phone. During lunch, phone. Before sleeping, phone. One day, his phone battery dies. There is no charger nearby. At first, Daniel becomes frustrated. He doesn't know what to do, so he looks outside. For the first time in a long time, he notices the sky. He notices the trees. He notices people walking. He hears birds. He hears the wind. And then, he starts thinking. He realizes, I have been constantly connected, but I haven't been connected with myself. That night, Daniel takes a notebook. He writes 3 questions. What do I actually want? What am I afraid of? What should I change? Those 3 questions begin something important. Daniel starts understanding himself. He realizes he has been following other people's expectations. He has been comparing himself. He has been wasting time, and he has been avoiding silence. The lesson is not, throw your phone away. No. The lesson is, don't let your phone become your escape from yourself. Technology should serve you. It shouldn't control you. Part 4. Discover who you really are. When you're constantly surrounded by people, you can accidentally become the person they expect you to be. Maybe your family expects one thing. Your friends expect another. Society expects another. Social media tells you something else. Eventually, you may forget what you want. You start asking, what will people think? Will they like me? Will they approve underscore? Will I look successful? But solitude gives you a different question. What do I want? Imagine a student. Everyone around him says, you should choose this career. His friends say, this is the successful path. Social media says, this is what successful people do. But he feels something different inside. He loves creating. He loves writing. He loves building things. He loves learning. When he spends time alone, he finally admits, this is what I actually want. That moment is powerful because self-discovery often begins when outside voices become quiet. Solitude gives you space to ask, what are my values? What matters to me? What kind of person do I want to become? What kind of life would make me proud? What am I doing only because other people expect it? These questions can change your direction. Part 5. Stop needing constant validation. Let's talk about something almost everyone experiences. Validation. We like being appreciated. We like compliments. We like likes. We like followers. We like people saying, you're amazing, you're talented, you're successful, and there's nothing wrong with enjoying appreciation. The problem begins when your confidence depends completely on it. Imagine you upload a picture, you receive 500 likes. You feel amazing. The next day, you upload another picture. Only 50 people like it. Suddenly, you feel bad. But ask yourself, did your value decrease? No. Your number changed. Your worth cannot be measured by notifications. Your intelligence cannot be measured by likes. Your future cannot be measured by comments. Your value cannot be decided by strangers. Solitude teaches internal validation. You learn to say, I know the work I'm doing. I know what I'm learning. I know what I'm improving. I know what kind of person I'm becoming. You don't need applause every minute. Sometimes, you need to quietly continue. Part 6. The power of self-reflection. One of the greatest benefits of being alone is reflection. Reflection means stopping for a moment and looking at your life honestly. At the end of the day, sit somewhere quiet. Ask yourself, what went well today? What didn't go well? What did I learn? What could I do better tomorrow? What am I grateful for? What is distracting me? What should I stop doing? You don't need complicated psychology. You simply need honesty. Imagine you make the same mistake every week. If you never reflect, you may repeat it for years. But if you stop and ask, Why did I make this mistake? You can find the pattern. Maybe you react too quickly. Maybe you procrastinate. Maybe you trust the wrong people. Maybe you don't plan. Maybe you're afraid of failure. Awareness is the beginning of change. You cannot change what you refuse to notice. Part 7. Solitude makes you emotionally stronger. Here's a powerful lesson. You don't become emotionally strong by avoiding difficult emotions. You become stronger by learning how to sit with them. Suppose someone rejects you, it hurts. Suppose you fail an exam, it hurts. Suppose a relationship ends, it hurts. Suppose someone criticizes you, it hurts. The natural reaction is, get me out of this feeling, so you distract yourself. But what if you simply sit down and say, this hurts, but I can handle it? Notice the difference. You are not pretending that everything is okay. You are not denying the emotion, you're accepting it. This is emotional strength, not, I never feel bad, but I can experience difficult emotions without allowing them to control my entire life. Part 8. Your inner voice. When you're alone, you begin hearing your inner voice. Sometimes it says, you can do this. Sometimes, you're not good enough. Sometimes, everyone is ahead of you. Sometimes, you're going to fail. But here's an important lesson. A thought is not automatically a fact. If your mind says, you will fail, ask, do I know that for certain? If your mind says, everyone is better than me, ask, everyone. If your mind says, I'm not good enough, ask, based on what evidence? You don't have to believe every thought that enters your mind. You can observe it, question it, and replace unhelpful thinking with realistic thinking. Solitude gives you the space to practice this. Part 9. Solitude improves focus and creativity. Think about trying to study while your phone is constantly vibrating. One message, another notification, another video, another update. Your attention is constantly being interrupted. Now imagine the opposite. Your phone is in another room. Your desk is clean. Nobody is interrupting you. You have one book, one notebook, one task. Your mind becomes calmer. You can go deeper. This is why intentional alone time can be valuable for studying, writing, planning, and creative work. You don't always need more stimulation. Sometimes, you need less. If you want to create something, give yourself empty space. Take a walk. Sit with a notebook. Write ideas. Think. Don't immediately judge them. Let your mind explore. Creativity often needs room. Part 10. The story of Emma. Now let's imagine Emma. Emma constantly compares herself with other people. She sees someone getting a new job, someone traveling, someone getting married, someone buying a house, someone becoming successful, and every time, she thinks, I'm behind. One Saturday morning, Emma decides to stay away from social media. She goes for a long walk. She sits in a quiet place, and she opens a notebook. At the top of the page, she writes, what does success mean to me? At first, she doesn't know. Then she writes, I want meaningful work. I want financial stability. I want time for myself. I want strong relationships. I want to learn. I want peace. Emma suddenly realizes something. She wasn't necessarily unhappy with her life. She was unhappy because she was comparing her life to other people's lives. This is one of the hidden powers of solitude. It separates your desires from society's noise. Part 11. Solitude and self-respect. When you become comfortable alone, you become less desperate for attention. You don't have to accept every invitation. You don't have to stay in unhealthy relationships just because you're afraid of being alone. You don't have to tolerate disrespect just because you don't want to lose someone. You begin saying, I would rather be alone than constantly surrounded by people who don't respect me. That's not arrogance. That's self-respect. But remember, self-respect doesn't mean rejecting everyone. It means choosing relationships that are healthy. Good relationships should add value to your life, not destroy your identity. Part 12. Solitude is not isolation. Now we need to discuss something very important. Being alone can be healthy, But complete isolation isn't the goal. Healthy solitude says, I need some time for myself. Isolation says, I don't want anyone in my life. These are different. You can love your alone time and still have friends. You can enjoy silence and still enjoy conversations. You can be independent and still ask for help. You can enjoy your own company and still love your family. The goal is balance. Don't build a wall around yourself. Build a strong foundation inside yourself. And if someone is experiencing serious or persistent loneliness or emotional distress, reaching out to a trusted person or qualified professional can be an important step. You don't have to handle everything alone. Part 13. The 15-minute solitude routine. Now let's make the ideas practical. You don't need to spend an entire day alone. Start with just 15 minutes. Minute 1, 2, 3. Sit quietly. No phone, no music. Just breathe. Minute 7. Observe your thoughts. Don't fight them. Just notice them. Minute 8到11. Journal. Write. What am I feeling? What is occupying my mind? What am I avoiding? Minute 12 to 14. Ask yourself one important question. For example, what matters most to me right now? Minute 15. Choose one action. One small action. Not 10. 1. Maybe study for 20 minutes. Maybe exercise. Maybe call someone you care about. Maybe finish your work. Maybe stop one bad habit. 15 minutes of honest reflection can become the beginning of a much better relationship with yourself. Part 14. The 7-Day Solitude Challenge. Let's turn this into a 7-day challenge. Day 1. Spend 10 minutes without your phone. Day 2. Take a 20-minute solo walk. Notice everything around you. Day 3. Write one page about the person you want to become. Day 4. Take 1 hour away from social media. Day 5. Read a meaningful book for 30 minutes. Day 6. Ask, what should I stop? What should I start? What should I continue? Day 7. Create your personal vision. Write your goals, your values, your priorities, your habits, your ideal routine. Don't expect your entire life to change in 7 days. The purpose is awareness. Part 15. The deepest lessons. Let's review the deepest lessons. Lesson number 1. Being alone is not automatically loneliness. Lesson number 2. Silence can reveal thoughts that distractions hide. Lesson number 3. You don't need constant validation to have value. Lesson number 4. Solitude can help you discover your real goals. Lesson number 5. Reflection helps you recognize patterns. Lesson number 6. Emotional strength comes from learning to handle difficult emotions. Lesson number 7. Your thoughts are not always facts. Lesson number 8. Quiet time can improve focus and create space for creativity. Lesson number 9. Being independent doesn't mean rejecting relationships. Lesson number 10. The goal isn't to escape people. The goal is to become comfortable with yourself. Part 16. The final story. Imagine a young man standing alone beside a mountain lake. The sun is going down. The water is completely still. There are no notifications, no messages, no crowd, no applause, just silence. For years, he believed happiness meant having more friends, more followers, more attention, more success, more recognition. But now, he sits quietly, and for the first time, he asks himself, who am I when nobody is watching? He thinks. Then he asks, what do I really want? And finally, can I be there for myself when life becomes difficult? He doesn't have every answer, but something has changed. He is no longer afraid of the silence, because he understands the silence isn't empty. It is full of information, full of reflection, full of possibility, full of himself. And maybe that is what solitude really gives us. Not a life without people, but a life where we don't lose ourselves while being with people. Maybe right now, you are going through a lonely period. Maybe your friends have changed. Maybe someone you loved walked away. Maybe you are starting a new chapter. Maybe you're spending more time alone than you expected, and perhaps you're asking, why me? Why am I alone? What is wrong with my life? But what if you asked a different question? Instead of, why am I alone? Ask, what can I learn while I am alone? Maybe this season can teach you patience. Maybe it can teach you independence. Maybe it can teach you what you truly value. Maybe it can teach you how to stop chasing approval. Maybe it can teach you how to listen to yourself. Remember, being alone doesn't mean you're unwanted. Being alone doesn't mean you're weak. Being alone doesn't mean your life has failed. And being alone doesn't mean you must stay disconnected from everyone. Sometimes, being alone simply means you have been given an opportunity to meet yourself. The world is noisy every day. Someone is telling you what to buy, what to watch, what to believe, who to follow, how to look, how to live, what success should look like. But your life is yours. And if you never become quiet, you may never discover what you actually want. So tonight, or tomorrow morning, try something simple. Put your phone away, sit somewhere quiet, take a deep breath, look at the sky, listen to the silence, and ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to become? Then ask, what kind of life do I actually want? And finally, what is one small thing I can do today to move toward that life? You don't need all the answers. You don't need to fix your entire life tonight. You only need one honest thought and one small action. Because transformation doesn't always happen in crowded rooms. Sometimes it happens quietly, at a desk, on a walk, in a notebook, at sunrise, late at night, when nobody is watching. The world may never see those moments, but those moments may become the foundation of the person you eventually become. So learn to enjoy your own company. Learn to listen to your own thoughts. Learn to respect your own values. Learn to sit with difficult emotions. Learn to create without applause. Learn to walk without needing everyone to walk beside you. And most importantly, learn not to abandon yourself. Because when you become comfortable with yourself, you stop begging the world to complete you. You start bringing your own peace into the world. And then, you can love people without depending completely on them. You can enjoy friendship without fearing solitude. You can ask for help without feeling weak. You can walk alone without feeling lost. That is the secret power of being alone. Not loneliness, not isolation, but self-discovery, inner strength, freedom, clarity, peace. Sometimes, the person you've been searching for is not somewhere outside. You've been with that person the entire time. So don't be afraid of your own company. Sit with yourself. Listen to yourself. Understand yourself. Build yourself. And when you finally walk back into the world, walk in stronger. Walk in calmer. Walk in with purpose. Because you no longer need the world to tell you who you are. You know? Thank you for listening. If this message touched something inside you, don't just listen to it. Use it. Tonight, give yourself 15 quiet minutes. No phone, no distractions, just you. And maybe, for the first time, you'll discover that being alone was never something to fear. It was something you needed to learn.